McDonald's sustainable move is ruining popular drinks, customers complain, quote, not cutting it. Guys, I saw this article and I had to talk about this for a second because it hit so close to home for me. Like, it literally, this happened today for me. Okay, we're gonna talk about this because this is such a stupid article that it demands my full attention. Okay, I have to put my energy into this, and you might be thinking, Omni, what are you talking about? Okay, what's wrong with McDonald's? How did they ruin the drinks these days? Well, here we have to take a look. Okay, take a sip of this. Clever one, Taylor. Clever one. Mike, a former corporate chef at McDonald's, revealed how the fast food chain's newest straws make beverages taste different. Quote, as many of you know, McDonald's has switched out their iconic straw for something that is either a little more sustainable and or cheaper. McDonald's nationwide has replaced its classic white straws with red and yellow stripes for a more sustainable alternative. You guys know it. You know the straws. Here it is, boys. These are McDonald's straws. Okay, you didn't know how good you had it till they were gone. All right, he goes on to say, so it is now a very clearly more flimsy straw that as soon as it bends, as soon as you have to drink like a shake, if the shake machine is working and it's too thick and it collapses, these straws start breaking. These straws start bending, they start cracking and become unusable, he declared. While the upgraded straw isn't receiving the recognition McDonald's anticipated, it's also changing the taste of the drinks. Well, then you try these beverages through this new straw, it's not the same. There's a variety of reasons why you perceive beverages in a certain way, by the volume, by the diameter of the straw, the tactile feel of it, but because it's changed, it's not hitting just right. Now, here's the thing for me, okay? He seems to be referring to a sustainable version of the previous plastic straw. Okay, unfortunately, I live in New York City, and so the hippies in New York have decided that plastic straws, sustainable or otherwise, all belong in the garbage or recycling bin, whatever. As you can see here, the straw that they use here in New York City is actually an all white paper straw, and whoever invented the paper straw needs to be I don't know what I mean. Fuck you, basically. Fuck you. If you invented the paper straw, you're a piece of shit. Okay, it takes 2 seconds to come to the conclusion that paper straws are ineffective, because just take paper and put it in water. Just do it for 2 seconds. Just look at what happens to the piece of paper. It falls apart. Okay, and when you try to squeeze it through this little hole, this hole is tight. Okay, and this is the first time I'm saying this, but I'm not happy about this hole being tight. Okay, not a very popular opinion, but when it comes to plastic cups, it just squeezes, it pinches the paper into like a little and you can't, and then it falls apart because it's wet, and it just, bro, it's a disaster. And McDonald's has had paper straws for like years now, it feels like, at this point, at least here in New York. Bro, it should have lasted 2 days. After 2 days, they should have been like, oh, wait a minute, this is fucking awful, what is happening? And so I'm finally glad that we're getting articles. Okay, we need some mainstream attention on this critical issue that is ruining beverages all across the country. Okay, there's nothing more important to be talking about, and there's nothing more important to be wasting our energy on than arguing with McDonald's about their straws. Okay, their straws are fucked up. Change the straws back. It's a straw. We figured, bro, what do you mean sustainable? Are you kidding me? Do you know what percentage of waste that goes in the ocean straws consist of? It's like less than 1%. It's nothing. And then you've got Taylor Swift flying around the world with her private jet. She takes a flight just to use the bathroom, brother. Like, we're focusing on the wrong things. 80-20 principle, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, 80% of your pollution probably comes from 20% of the polluters. All right, let's go on to see what more this guy has to say. Okay, Mike admitted that McDonald's previous straws offered a special feature to make drinks such as Sprite and Diet Coke taste better, which even the franchise would second. There's also our straw. It's slightly wider than a typical straw, so all that Coke taste can hit your taste buds, the fast food chain cite read. Okay, so they literally designed the original iconic straw to be wider than other places so that way you get more drink in your mouth. That's awesome. But overall, Mike, along with others, aren't loving the new straws based on everyone's reviews, and I have tried it as well. The straw's not cutting it, many people shared their grievances and frustration in the comment section under this video. The straws split and are unusable. Bro, oh my god, I know. Okay, so I get it now. Here in New York, the hippies gave us the paper straws, but these straws that they're using, I don't know where Mike lives, okay, but he must live in some state or some other city that uses sustainable plastic, okay, and I know what straws they're talking about. Bro, if you bite the tip of the straw just a little bit, it cracks in the corners, and then that's it. And God forbid you bend the straw slightly, or you go to open it by like banging it on the table like a normal person. That's how everyone opens a straw. Okay, let's just be clear. If you open it some other way, you're a weirdo. Everyone bangs the straw to open and push it through the paper or through the top. Okay, but if you do it just a little weird, just bends a little bit, but you cracked it. And how good is a straw with a hole in the center? It's useless. What are we doing? We've literally entered, we are in an insane timeline. We are actually like, we've lost our minds. We perfected the straw decades ago. What the fuck are we doing changing straws, bro? And look, this person says we've had the new straws in Utah for a while and they're horrible. If you get a refill, you have to get a new straw or it's unusable. And that's also the case with the paper straws, okay? Because the paper straw is not gonna last one drink, let alone a refill. Are you kidding me? I mean, why stop at paper? Why don't we switch to tissue paper? Why don't you just make them out of napkins or pretty good, let's use toilet paper. Why stop there? Why don't you just make the straws out of toilet paper? Since we're gonna fuck around and be stupid about this and pretend like it works, it's not working, okay? It's not working. And I don't even get milkshakes from McDonald's, okay, because a shocking amount of calories. There's just no excuse for it. Even if I want to give myself a little sweet treat, okay, a large vanilla shake is 780 calories, a medium is 570. That's more than a quarter of your entire day's caloric intake, and it's pure fat and sugar. There's no excuse to ever get a milkshake. But let's say you're one of those individuals that has like a super fast metabolism and you're super healthy or whatever, you're living your best life, sweetie, okay? Let's say that you're one of the people that won the genetic lottery and you can drink milkshakes from McDonald's and you'll be fine with it, okay? I wish I was you, all right? But my point is, I never even considered how awful of an experience it must be to try to drink a milkshake out of paper. It's like sucking Play-Doh through a tissue. What are we doing? We've entered a timeline of insanity. We've entered a timeline of complete insanity. Look at this. I've eaten at McDonald's 3 times since the new straws came out, and all 3 of them were broken before I took my first drink. Added an annoyed customer. I'm just not going to McDonald's anymore. Look at this. The straws are so bad, people aren't even going to the restaurant now. That's so funny. I just feel like I'm losing my mind. Like, we are actually just fucking things up for no reason. Let's use logic for 2 seconds, okay? The environmental impact that straws have is a rounding error compared to what's actually happening all over the world. And especially if you look at other countries that are less developed than the United States, they're just pumping out chemicals and fossil fuels into the atmosphere. Your straw does nothing, okay? Wake up. And the worst part, you want to know the worst part? Okay, I actually lied to you guys a little earlier. I said that this problem affected me today, right? And I did get McDonald's today. I ordered it from the DoorDash, and the worst part is that this problem didn't actually affect me today because they actually didn't even give me a fucking straw. They didn't even give me a straw. You forgot to add the shitty straw that you went out of your way to manufacture. Can we just stop? Can we just stop? Take a step back, everybody. We're talking about straws here, okay? We perfected the straw decades ago. You didn't have to change it. You tried to change it. Everyone agrees it sucks. You know it's look, McDonald's, listen, you know it sucks. You know it sucks. I mean, come on, you know it fucking sucks, okay? Know it, just stop pretending. And even if you think that it's okay, that it's usable, it's not. But if you think it is, compare it to the previous straw. Is it a superior product to your previous straw? Yes or no? No? Okay. Does it improve the customer experience at all? It actually doesn't. The customers objectively have either a neutral response or a negative response, and when you take all of those responses and you average them out, it's a net negative, okay? So the only thing that I can think of is that maybe these straws are cheaper to manufacture, possibly, Could that possibly be the case? Is that it? And then look down here. Although Americans are upset over flimsy straws, McDonald's customers in Canada, Europe, and Australia claim it could be worse because their fast food restaurants only provide them with paper straws. Well, great news. Here in New York City, ladies and gentlemen, the hippies in charge gave us paper straws too. So I don't even have the pleasure of using the shitty plastic ones because I'm stuck with a soggy, wet clump of paper in the middle of my fucking drink because some idiot thought that that was an acceptable use of paper. They really seriously tried to gaslight us into thinking that you could drink a beverage through paper for any duration of time longer than 30 seconds. What are we doing? Why don't I just roll up the receipt and suck the soda through the fucking receipt? What is this? Let's see what the comments have to say here. Okay, but by the way, I don't even know, people comment on the New York Post website, like what? In New Jersey, we've been putting up with paper straws. The texture is poor. If you don't drink it in a reasonable time, the straw collapses. It also, and I didn't even touch on that, bro. It tastes like paper. I'm literally tasting paper. I'm trying to drink Pepsi and instead I'm drinking paper. I taste paper. Why are we doing this to ourselves? And then we've got this gentleman over here. Paper straws are not quite the eco solution many had hoped for. Not only do these liquid slurping alternatives tend to wilt in a frustratingly fast manner, they contain low levels of forever chemicals according to new research. Now look, I don't know it's a comment, right? So like, I'm not fact checking this guy. This might not be true at all. Regardless, you're either getting forever chemicals from a plastic straw or a paper straw. There's no middle ground here. Ban woke straws. Listen, Ray, yeah, brother, ban them woke straws. It's not enough to just not use them. We have to ban them. I love that. The large sized soda cup has a thicker cover and the straw is very difficult to put through the X that is the opening. Soda starts to leak out, filling the lid. Dude, that's what I just said with the paper ones. It doesn't work. Look at this. I removed the lid first, put the straw through it, right? You put the straw in the drink and then you have the straw sticking out and then you put the drink over it, okay? And this stops the drink. But why are we jumping through hoops, bro? I'm a lazy fat fucking American. I'm eating McDonald's for Christ's sake. I don't want to have to jump through hoops to drink my drink. Just give me my 400 calories of sugary carbonated goodness. When I worked at the USDA in DC, the cafeteria was using biodegradable cups. I complained to the cafeteria manager if they were trying to be eco-friendly, at least use cups that did not start disintegrating before you finished your lunch. It's crazy. It's crazy. We've entered, this is an alternate timeline of absolute madness, okay? And yes, this does require my full attention. This requires all of my energy and all of my emotional outrage. Of all the things occurring in the world right now, this is the most important thing to be talking about, ladies and gentlemen. And consider this, right? For the people that go to McDonald's, you get a drink, you drink through it, the straw gets fucked up because it sucks, okay? And then you go to get a refill and then you need to get a second straw. So now we're using two straws for the same drink. How are we being eco-friendly? We're using two of them. We're using double the amount. You're 2xing the usage case here. Who is this helping? The only acceptable answer would be that these are cheaper to manufacture, whether it's the sustainable plastic or it's the paper ones. If they're cheaper to manufacture, then at least I could say from a logical perspective, okay, I get it. I get why McDonald's is doing this. They're cutting costs. Makes sense. It sucks. It's worse for the customer. Everyone hates it, but at least I can understand why they might be doing it. But I don't even know if it's cheaper. I'm honestly not even sure. Most eco-friendly products, from what I can see, at least on the consumer side, seem to be a little bit more expensive. So maybe they're cheaper. I don't know, but you guys can let me know what you think in the comment section below. This is just, I saw this article and I just got enraged because I was like, oh my God, like, yes, this finally, we need to talk about this. Let's figure this out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's fix this, McDonald's and whoever else. If you use paper straws, fuck you, okay? Fuck you. There's no excuse for this bullshit behavior. All right, it's 2025. If the world's gonna end because of pollution, it's too late to save anyway. All right, if that's the case. So just let me enjoy my last couple of years with decent fucking straws and just leave me alone.